So, good evening and welcome everyone to the Windows 11 tips and tricks session organized by the MS Club of SLIIT. My name is Savinu Gunawardena and I'll be your host for this event. So, when you guys hear the words operating system, what comes to mind? Most likely it's going to be Microsoft Windows, right? Now, on the 5th of October 2021, Windows released their newest version, Windows 11. Now, Windows 11 took quite a leap from Windows 10, guys. They have many cool new features. Starting off from the interface, Windows 11 has a clean, neat interface with rounded icons and a glass finish. It's really neat, guys, and really awesome. And if you're talking about features, Windows you'll be able to experience Android apps on Windows for the first time, and also for all you gamers out there to make your gaming experience much more enjoyable and entertaining. They have decided to integrate some Xbox features as well, such as HDR, auto, and direct storage. So now to introduce you guys to some more very interesting and cool features and familiarize you with them, I would like to invite Mr. Malik Viman, who is a Microsoft certified trainer and also the head of learning at Entech Solutions, to take the screen. Sir, the screen is yours.
Yeah, good evening, guys. So, most of the SLIIT guys know me very well. So, we have done a lot of projects last year as well. So, and again, thank you very much for inviting me for the info session of Windows 11 and getting to know in depth about what is Windows 11 and all. So, for the past years, we were running like in mind when Windows XP started, everybody had the mind, okay, we'll be staying for this. This is new, and we cannot work with that. And a lot of talks came in, right? So after a few years, they said, okay, whatever the OS that comes, we'll never go out of Windows XP. So they introduced Vista, which was okay, but had some bugs and issues in that. While they're launching Windows Vista, at a time they released Windows 7. So it was a breakthrough, like releasing Windows XP from Windows 98 and 2000 and going to Windows 7 was a big leap. Then came Windows 8 and 8.1. That was an era that was going for the tiles, right? When Windows 8 came, tile format and the tablet version and the laptop version of displays were different, and something new came. So with that, with years come, Windows 10 was introduced, right? Even then, whenever something new comes, people are telling, okay, this is bad, this can't be working, and we cannot work with that. We are comfortable what we are having with. And I worked as a salesperson for Microsoft Sales as well. uh, that means for a partner who is working with Microsoft. So it was very hard to convince people to go for a new OS, so they are comfortable whatever they were working with. So with the pandemic and all the issues faced and everything, Microsoft introduced on October earlier of 2022, 2021. They explained that they are going to launch Windows 11, and as I think Senra said earlier, uh, then everybody on October 5th, the public review was released. Like when you're talking about Windows 11, people are thinking, okay, this is something new. Again, they had copied some interface from other OSs, or they have just changed the look. The same OS is there. No, it's not there, right? There are some tweaks and everything, and some recommendations to be done with Windows 11 as well. So to start with, Windows 11 has the same operating system levels of previous on Windows 10. Like we have Windows 11, the basic version, the professional version, and the enterprise version, which is also integrated to the Microsoft 365 cloud subscription services. So you can buy as a single OS to your personal devices, or if you're working, if you can buy Microsoft 365 subscription to add your OS onto that as well, with Office 365 and other services as well. So after releasing Windows 11, they also releases Office 2021, which is good, and there are more and more features on that Office side as well. And as well as when you're starting to work with Windows 11, you can see there are so many differences. uh, I'm not telling that it's perfect right now. There are some downsides of Windows 11, and there, that means less of downside and more of positive side what we had earlier, right? I think Sandra, let me share the screen from my other screen. Can you share the Windows 11 screen? Share it. Okay. Actually, Sandra, there's an option that yeah, this is okay. Right. This is the new interface what we are working with, right? So you can see like people are starting telling, okay, they have copied from Mac OS, or the buttons are on the middle and everything. No, it's not that, right? It's a center focus criteria to focus on your specific buttons and stuff like that. So it has a new look, glassy finish, and minimalistic is number one of this, because most of the time when you click like right click on this, you can see that the taskbar, we have many options, but now it's taskbar settings. When you click on that, you will go to the settings menu and you can work over here. And when you're starting with Windows 11, I will show you the basics, what are there, and what are the features and what are the downsides, still on work in progresses. I'm not telling that Windows 11 is perfect again. As you can see, this is the starting menu. There are basic applications what you are doing working with, like some of the options are there. That means pre-install options. TikTok is essential, I guess Microsoft is thinking. So we have TikTok and Xbox Live and Office 365, all the basic applications and everything, whatever we are using. And first of all, when you're working now, if you right click this PC and go to properties, it will open settings as well, right? So they have advanced the settings of using settings. So when you click on settings, you can see this is the starting screen with a very good UI, user-friendly UI, because we had some problems earlier with some of the UI issues and people don't know how to go into that. There are two options. You can right-click on this and go to settings, or on the start menu, you click on start and you type settings, and you can go from that as well. Or again, you can put control escape and you can again start all these things, right? So when you right click on start as well, you can see there are many options, and again they have introduced more and more settings for this as well. You have Windows Terminal, and all the other network features are available. Shortcut features, which is essential for our work, are also available as previous, but little bit design fluid, right? So Windows 11 is supported. That means on book it says it supports only 8 gen and above PCs, but you can install this on 7 gen or 6 gen. But there are some tweaking issues. That means the PC must have good performance to have handle. That means all the processors. I'm not telling. That means processors below 8th generation. You have to have a good processing speed. RAM and SSD is essential. So with that we can be working on, and I'll show some of the system information. What you can see over here. Like for instance, I'm using a 7 gen i7 PC with 16 GB RAM and 512 SSD. So I'm running Windows 11 Pro with the latest updates and feature experience and all that. So here you can see all the things, right? Previous, if you take, let me show you. Like, okay, previous, if you go to Windows, right? Now this was user friendly, but the information you have to gather, it's very minimalistic, right? So you cannot see properly what you have to go. That means only some of the information over here. Like when you expand this, give me a second. Like, okay, here, like when you expand some of the information given, right? When you choose back to back of this, you have more information and more easy to join with. Like for example, Bluetooth and device. So it was in under devices, but now you can see it as Bluetooth and devices. So when you click on it, you can see what are the devices we are using, and even if the Windows are supporting, you can see the battery level as well. So as you can see, I have connected keyboard as well as a connected mouse. So I have restored my battery about 2 days back. So because of that, it's showing 100%, or else it will be showing my correct value earlier what was there. And again, it's very easy for us to connect everything. You can connect multiple devices according to your device, and managing everything is very good, right? So you have your phone function. So this is only be supported by Android phones only. So if you're having your Android phone, you can connect. Actually, at the moment, I don't have any Android phone to connect with. So or else I think we can arrange another session. At that time I'll be having a device, so we will be showing that as well. So you can here you can see what are the devices again, and if you're using a pen device and all the other things, everything is categorized properly. Even if you go for the network settings, you can see what I'm connected with, what is the property of the network connection, and all the other details, even my network usage for the past 30 days, right? Let me see. When I have not seen what are the things. Okay, like yeah, I have downloaded many stuff. So using torrents or any other source of downloads, right? I have for the past 30 days, every single detail, every MB what I've been using is there. So you don't need additional data to use whatever the things you have been using. So all the data can be recovered on this. So it shows that I have used more than 98 GB for the past 30 days. And even I can put a limit for whatever. When I click enter limit, you can put monthly or one time or unlimited limit. So ever, so it will be a recording. That means it will be informing you that you have exceeded your limit at by that time. Then we will go to the personalizations, the best part. That means the windows that we are looking for. That means, as I said before, the interface has been improved more and more by going on to this, right? For example, now I'm using the dark version, and you have several other versions which will be automatically converted with the uh, OS. You can see the white one with glossy finish, like so on. You have many and many data formats according to your. That means these are custom. These are predefined designs, but there are more and more designs for you to work with. For example, you can change the backgrounds accordingly. Whatever, if you can connect a folder and continue to use the backgrounds. When you go to color, the color management is there as previous as before. The contrast and color selections, and whether you are choosing manual colors or automatic. When you put automatic, it will select all the automatic colors, or if you want to select manually, you can select manually and click over here manually. So your Windows icon buttons will be highlighted as it is, right? So right, okay. Likewise, your data, your accounts connected. So I have connected my personal email and your info about your personal devices. I'm using BitLocker. So all my BitLocker data privacy and security is connected to my personal email. That is a secure version what you're using with. So if you're using 11 Pro or above, that means 11 Pro Enterprise or Microsoft 365 updated one, you can see that all the devices is possible of having a BitLocker situation, right? You can device encryption. When you go there, my BitLocker is active. So this is the older version. Still they are working on the latest one. So my C drive and my D drive is that means all in BitLocker mode. So if you don't know about what is BitLocker is the encryption system that is integrated with Windows 7 Professional, started with Windows 7 Professional, that you can encrypt your data whenever you need, and it can be protected always. That means, for example, you can create a removable devices to use as BitLocker to go. So and you can protect your hard disk. So let's say your laptop gets stolen, right? Or you have to have protected data. You can put a password and you can select some options like, for example, turn off when you turn on auto lock, your device will be auto locked, and you have to have the key. The key is only visible to the email address you have linked with. So if you don't have access to the email, that is also a secure part. So you can have a backup recovery key, and you can add a password. And if you have a smart card option or RFID or fingerprints, you can add those as well, as well as you can have different kinds of security. So I have done a video about creating a folder through BitLocker. I will share the link with on this. You can access that as well. So you can see, you can have a personal folder access through BitLocker. That means lock it and have a password protected folder without using any third party software. And as in Windows 10, in Windows 11 also we have some features like remote assistance. Like we have the remote desktop function, and we have, if you are using remote assistance to assist some other people, you can use quick assist who are having Windows 10 or 11. uh, any Windows 10 or 11 who will be having quick assist. So you can access your remote PC and help them with using quick assist, right? Now I heard that we have the Xbox game mode, right? When you go for the game mode, that means you can have optimize your data. That means things you have to optimize when you're working with, and if you can share your graphics and control what are the things can be using, right? You can add the application or Microsoft Store application to customize whatever the thing. For example, I will use desktop app browse. Let me see an application. Okay, we'll go for the Ultimate Cura. Right, I can add the Cura. So I add the application that I'm using for some other work. Now here you can optimize your uh, given. Now I have Windows Iris, sorry, Intel Iris graphics card. So I can optimize over here the power saving mode or high performance and give. As you can manage earlier with NVIDIA devices, we have the same device management through Windows as well. So if you're having an external VGA card, you can work with that, right? And the next thing is Windows Update. It also utilize everything, and you can balance everything. So I have that means pause for 1 week, or you can go to the advanced options and you can configure. There are a lot of configurations given for you to work with, right? We didn't have the previous version. Like, let me show you the previous version. I think I can get a screenshot of that. Like this was the previous window, right? This was the previous window, but you get, and you don't have much informations, right? You go to advanced option. In that options also there are some in-depth versions. You have to go and see what are the versions you can update, and so on. But here, for example, let me show you how clean it is. Like, it has checked my data on today at 12 p.m. and it has shown me there are circulative update for Windows 11, some patch over here. So I can manually download and install because I have paused it for 1 week. Now, for example, you see the update history. For example, sorry, the update history also shows what I have updated, the drivers update, definitions, other updates, and quality updates, right? It shows everything properly, and even the recovery options are very easy to work with. And we have the advanced option here. You can control receive updates for Microsoft products, get get me up to date, that is get the latest versions, or so on and everything. And you can even delivery optimization, recovery, restart apps, configuration. You have many options given over here for you to work with. Like, previously we didn't have all this stuff, but in Windows 11 they have looked into most of the stuff and seen that we are working with this, right? Okay, let me see. If we have the issue of 7th gen as the only issue with all the TPM and features on, uh, will there be any update restrictions if the manual update was? Now the thing is, the TPM 2.0 is there. That means every motherboard has the upgrade versions, Lahiru. So I think you can work with that, no problem. You have to update your TPM and you can install. That means your motherboard must be supporting 2.0 TPM, whether you are having a 7th gen or a 6th gen. As I said before, you can install on previous version without the latest updating tool. The thing is, there are some downside. That means if you're like, for example, let's say you're having a i3 lap with 4 GB RAM, that is not possible. Minimum you have to have a 8 GB RAM with good SSD, and i3 is possible to work with, but there will be some complications when you're working below 7th generation. So is that true? Windows 11 consumes more resources than Windows 10. I'm using 11. No, actually, that means the day the final release came out, I installed it about as soon as it released on the site. I downloaded it and installed it. Till now, my PC hasn't given any issues or anything. I've been working hard. That means, for example, I've been working with hard tools. Like for example, I'm using 3D printing machines. So for this, we have a rendering tool, and everything performance are a must, right? We'll go control it. Okay, we'll go to the task manager and I'll show you what happens. So my hards are SSD. Because of that, my hard disk performance, that means full, it will go to 1%. So you can see there's a high peak on my processor performance because I'm using a 3D rendering device, right? This Alticura is a 3D rendering device. If you are using 3D printing devices, this is one of the tools. So I'll show you when you file and slice one. Hmm. So this is one of the biggest projects what I'm working with. I'll show you when you're uploading that file. It is very high performance file. Mm, look, you can see my hard disk performance goes up, but it still works fluid as possible. I can, while it's uploading, I can work with other files what I have worked with. It has no issues, right? Uploading everything or working with everything. So you can see it takes only few minutes. And this is a big file. Like when I started slicing it as well, this is one of the tools that I'm using. You can see my performance are going about 70%, but still I can work with my workload. When I click on something, the performance divides on that because I have multi-core device. So the multi-core works properly, and the utilization and everything for this device is very good, right? Now when you take about the processors, now I'm using both Edge and everything. So Edge doesn't use much while using Chrome. Chrome uses more memory than this. Now, for example, it uses about 1 GB, but it's stable. I'm using about, you can see how many extensions I'm working with. So what are the utilities working on that? So all these things are working together, give me a performance on that. So you can, okay. Is the power usage of Windows 11 is higher than Windows 10? Yes. Any hidden cleaning methods? Cleaning methods. Okay. Cleaning methods still the same. They have. I think they didn't introduce much on that. Still, the cleaning methods are the same thing. So if you're using the previous methods, still it's the same. Like I said, there are some downsides and upsides. Still, the OS has been released about let me see, a few months. Excuse me. So it has been released only for a few months. So there are some downsides and upside both are there. Give me give me a minute. I'm sharing the screen. There are some issues. Okay, what is the kernel version of Windows 11? It's 21H2. That is the version we are going right now. I'm using Windows 7, but I think after restarting my PC with Windows 11, consume more processing power because of my PC fan works really fast. Are you using a desktop, the hum, or a laptop? A laptop. So PC performance, as I said before, if you doesn't have the PC components properly, right? Give me a minute. I'm sharing the screen again. Like if you are having a performance like I'm having SSD 16 GB RAM and i7 performance, that is okay to work with. But there are some options that works with that. And for Daham's question, actually it differs, right? Sometimes it might be using more. Can you tell me the configuration of your laptop, please, Daham, if it's possible? And Lahir Ujai you have said clean installation, no need to be, that means there is no backend check when you're installing. But as I said before, there are some backends when you're using this. You can download the clean iOS ISO file from Windows itself, or else I can share you a link later. I will share with the guys from here. If you are from SLIIT, you can get the link. uh, the clean installation is everything is clean. That means it doesn't check whether for the TEPM and everything. But the thing is, when you install, if you don't have the relevant requirement, it doesn't work. Now, for example, how can you explain that? i7 16 GB RAM. Yeah, the hum. I think it should be working properly. And if your hard disk is also with SSD, I think there will be no issues on working on this. But still, as I said before, we are working on the conditions because the product is released for about 3 months from now, right? So we cannot just say now the product is perfect, right? There were issues when Windows 10 came. There were issues when Windows 7 released. There were issues. The first generation of Core i3, Core i7, Core i5, Core i7 was released. We could not install Windows 7, right? You have to upgrade the BIOS because the Intel said it will be supporting everything. The Intel motherboard itself did not support Windows 7. So what they did was they released everything. They said, okay, the processor was good, the motherboard was good, and you can install the latest OS, Windows 7. You sell the product. So we started selling the product, but the first order we got 20 PCs for a company. And while we were installing, we came across that means we could not install. There were some issues. uh, so because of that, we had to upgrade the BIOS, and we had to run a code file. After that only we could install Windows 7. That issue was there for more than 8 months. We had to do that manually. I'm talking about 2009 2010. This situation came when the first generation of I series processors came out, right? So we cannot accept everything to be perfect while they're releasing this. Yes, they were working this project for a long time, but there are some issues. Even if it's a product of any other OSs, also the same thing happens, right? So the hum, just optimize your PC properly, and you can see the performance are good. So I'm not saying any for example, I'm working hard on this. My laptop is 24/7 on. this device, my MacBook is on only for demonstration purposes, and my other work, if I have some training with iOS devices, then only I'm being using my Mac devices. Rather than that, I have my laptop on 24/7. If the power is gone, I have a power backup of more than 3 hours, so my device will be charging for more than that means when my battery is low, I'll be charging from my UPS itself. So even the power goes out, if it's more than 7 hours, it'll I'll shut down the laptop, or else it runs unlimited. Right. So till now I've been using, as I said, from day zero onwards, I'm using Windows 11. I didn't have any issues. I'm using the same as I showed before. I have the 7th gen processors and other features. Right. Any other question? Can I try Windows 11 without upgrading my PC? Yes, it was possible earlier, right? But now, I think you have heard that Windows 365. Have you heard? Everyone heard about Windows 365? Like, it's the cloud PC version. So at the launch of cloud Windows 365, they gave personal Windows 365 license for 60 days for you to use with. For now, it's not possible. So the best part is, without upgrading your PC, it's not possible. Or you have to have a friend who is having upgrade devices, so you can work for few days. With Microsoft Patch Tuesday for January, releasing critical bug fixes for known 0 days. What you take on using Windows in enterprise level? Like, the enterprise level is a different part, because uh, uh, let me show you. Can you share my screen, please? Okay. Now, okay. Okay, now I'll show you something regarding what is enterprise level security. So when it comes to Windows 11 enterprises, when any OS comes to the enterprise level, previously on Windows 7 they had what is called the ultimate version, right? It's the same version, but every time when it comes to enterprise version, the version has more capability than other versions, right? Because there are a few backend processings that is run more than uh, see my screen. There's an internet issue, a small delay on everything what I'm saying, I guess. Give me a sec, I'm working on that. Okay, so here you can see it shows over here. I don't, there's a small delay. Uh, when it comes to enterprise, they are focusing on productivity, collaborative, secure, and consistent, right? So you can see all the four words are there. So with that, give me a moment. I think there's a small issue. Okay, I'm restoring. There's some internet issue on the other piece. Give me a sec. Right. So as I was talking before, when it comes to enterprise is a different tool. Right. It is given to customers who are having more than 200 PCs and with the other services attached to it as well. Right. Okay. My screen now. Yeah. While the screen is coming, I'll share with you some of the details. Can you share the screen? The one I'm sharing right now. Right. Nice. Right. Now here you can see Windows 11 Enterprises. I will show you what are the things what they are adding on. Like I said before, they are using this tool that productivity and collaboration, secure and consistent. Right. Now when it comes to this one, you can see the secure part get secure with virtualization security with Windows 11 security boot, and you have passwordless white papers and enable remote work, and you have many and many more versions of Windows 10 Enterprises. So this Enterprises version come with more and more tools, right? You can see over here, Windows 11 Enterprise E3 is upgrades Windows 11 Pro and adds a broad range of option operating system deployment and updates, comprehensive device and app management, serverless print management, and universal print, advanced protections against modern security threats. So when it comes to enterprises, you get more and more new options than what is there on the normal PCs, right? Now when you're talking about a normal example, we are using defend, that means basic defender. So when it comes to the enterprise version, you can see over here it comes with Microsoft Defender for endpoint. This is little bit higher upgrade than the others, right? Then when it comes to E3, this is also one of the options. So you can see qualifying operating system Windows 10 Pro, license per user, including cloud management and virtualizations. So these come again, and you can see the requirements also coming differently. So everything you have Windows 11 Pro, enable hybrid workforce, resources to ID pros, fast track for Windows 11. So you can see many other options available with Windows 10 11 enterprises. Enterprises are given for larger companies, not for, that means you can't go to a shop or talk to a Microsoft partner and get Windows 11, right? So Windows 11, sorry, we can buy Windows 11, so we cannot buy Windows 11 enterprises. You must have a company which has more than 250 employees, and you have more and more services. So when you let me see, when Microsoft 365 plans, when you go to the plans, you can see there are more options on this. Okay, I think my other computer is ready. Can you share that screen? I'll end this. Okay, so the next part, like previously, when you're working with multiple devices, like now you have multiple over here, you can see maximize and minimize, right? Now you can see, the snap options, right? You can drag it over here, drag it to corner, drag it over here. You can snap your window and you can snap the other window, whatever you want. But when you right click on this right now, you can see the automatic snap options given for you to work with, right? So let's say you want to snap on over here, and you can select options for different devices, right? You can see whatever they are working with, right? That's also applicable for every applications. You can go to side by side options. So when you right click right now over here and select this option, it will go to the middle. I'll go to the other one, and over here the third one. It snaps according to whatever your options and requirements are. Or else you can have the drag and drop options. I'll go to the corner, drop it over here. You don't have over here. Let me open another window. Okay, let's say we'll open apps too. Yeah, I want my app store on this corner. You see, the snapping is very easy. The Windows snapping version is also been upgraded. Can I go back to Windows 10 after I upgraded if I don't like Windows 11? Yes. Still, the drawback option is not fully functional, but it is functional. That means you can downgrade your option is there. That means go to previous Windows. These options are there if you upgraded through automatic upgrades. Okay. Now when you go to the Windows settings, right? Now we talked about all the previous stuffs, and so now we will go to the Windows and see what it's new over here, right? Don't worry about the files too much. Okay, I'll go to this PC. Now you can see the folders has been upgraded, and also some options are there. Over here the Windows is minimalistic, right? We don't have much of information like earlier. We have minimal options and shown everything, so we have everything. Even the properties are very nice to work with, right? Right, again we have new functionalities. View small objects, show, we can show whatever the things are there, and we can go to any other things. We can go to options, and previously we can select show hidden folders and everything. All the basic functionals are there, but you can see when you right click, there are only minimal things, right? Even copy paste are there. Even the renames, copy paste, everything is minimalistic. So if you want the previous version, that means the full version, you can click on this and get the full version of this as well, right? Okay. Will all Android apps be available in Windows? Now the thing is, when they started, they explained that I think previously when you're starting this, also you got information that regarding that working with Windows 11 apps. But I'll show you what is that. So still it's in the insider program. It's not final. It's not on general availability. Still on public preview. Sorry, testing preview. So you can when you go to Windows 11 new features. Right, let me see. So for the moment, they are using Amazon app. Let me see. Right here. So as I said before, starting with Windows 7 uses in the Windows Insider program. So Windows Insider program is a program that you can apparently, that means before the final release, you can work with. Uh, so this is option. You have to download a subsystem called Amazon App Store app. From that application only you can run the Android application. So it's a subsystem for Android. That's not fully versions, and even the Windows 10 devices are fully function. Windows 10 apps are also fully functional with Windows App Assure is also available in some issues, right? So these are the things available. As I said before, PowerShell, command line, everything is available with the latest cloud shells as well. Do we need an Amazon app account download Android applications? So the thing is, I have installed the insider on my other PC. By mistake, my hard disk burned. I could not test properly regarding what will happen on this. But I think you can download almost the thing. I think you need a Amazon account because it's goes through the Amazon App Store. No? Let me see. Yeah, you must have an Amazon application. You can just create an Amazon application whether you're using a normal version or not. Okay. So for the moment, it's only on testing service. It's not there on public service about Windows 11. So deployment, preparing, and everything what's new requirements are also there. So if you visit this page, you will see there are some given options, compatibility for 64-bit processors, and well as they have requested that about the TPM as well, right? So display qualities and everything are given, so you can use from the home edition, in the sense Windows 11 basic edition. So from above that we can use any other devices, but it has to have some features. Now for example, if you want to have face recognition and everything, your device must be supporting it. It's not a feature available for Windows 11. It's actually hardware must be compatible, because when you're coming to face recognition system, Windows 11 face recognition, actually Windows face recognition tool is one of the best face recognition tools available. So with that, you can work with every other things. Any other questions? So there is no in depth actually in much about using Windows 11. Still, as I said before, it's initial release, right? In depth, if you want a technical session, so contact the guys over here. I'll be happy to give you a technical session regarding backend services and what are the tips and of using, that means deploying Windows 11 through commanding, through PowerShell and stuff, using on virtual machines. And I will give you a little bit explanation about Windows 365 as well. Have the touch features such as tablet mode been removed from Windows 11? No, it's still there. Tablet mode is there, but it's a little bit different. You see, I'll show you. Yeah, the thing is they have optimized this to tablet mode as well. The specifically tablet mode is not there, but it is working on tablet mode as well, because for the moment I'm using a Surface. So when I'm using my Surface, the touch mode, it works as fine as before. That means the keyboard function and everything. So I have keep it active for my purposes. So or else when I remove the keyboard, and that means when I turn the keyboard, it automatically goes for the tablet mode by popping up the applications whenever what you need. Right. 11 compatible with M1 chip or not? The thing is, M1 chip, they have some issues. That means they have defaultly uh, disabled earlier. So I guess by this time they are bringing the boot camp services, and I think Windows will be supporting M1 chips. Still, it's not there. There are some ways, but not recommended. But there are some ways to work with those things. Still for the moment, officially you cannot use that. Okay, shall we move on? So that are the things, like the basic stuff about Windows 11 is that you can work with, and you have Microsoft Teams basic features which is embedded. You can sync your email address to this and use this function to contact people. And okay, can sync contacts. I think I don't have any contacts. Yeah, if I give my mobile number, to contact, I have not attached. So we have the widgets. As previous, we have the widgets table separately. So it gives information about what are the widgets available and services available. You can add and design this widgets as whatever you need. You can put a large one or medium or small. If you click on large, it will go for the large mode, and you can have the map as well and other services. You can add widgets according to whatever you have over here, or you can personalize your feed. You can create your own feed over here. Now for example, I have yeah, weather tips and outlook calendar. I don't have it sharing that. Okay, so you have the cloud features as well, and you have the desktop version. So you can see the first desktop I have opened these for applications. You can have a second desktop and have that new file, right? So whenever you want to go between them, you can select this. And the Teams call feature, can we add phone numbers to get calls, or it's only support Microsoft emails? It not only support Microsoft emails. Let me see. No, you cannot use for the moment. I don't think. Yeah, no, for the moment, I don't think they will be supporting. Yeah, still you can use any email address to sign in. That means you can convert your email into a Microsoft account and use it. Still, they have not finalized like using Windows 11 permanently on this Teams function. So what I can do is like next month I can plan a session for Microsoft Teams. Especially there are some new features on the basic version and as well as the Windows version. So I can do a session on that as well. We'll talk with the Microsoft Club team in SLIIT, and I'll let you guys have an update on that. I'll be happy to do that because still I'm working on the latest updates. So with that, it will be possible for the second week of March. If you guys are free, I can do that session for you guys as well. Okay, I think that's it for now. That means there are no much like. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is another function like previously you have seen. That means Bluetooth function and accessibilities and everything, the chat function and everything. Sorry, this is casting. That means you can wirelessly display your things. So here there are some new features like using your internet connections and showing how everything is this. That means even the sound is also optimized. You can see over here. Now I have muted because there's an echo on when I have unmute them. Likewise, the interface is given for us at this time. Like we were accepting more things. So I was talking about downsides, right? The one downside you can, I think everybody will notice it. So if you have not noticed it, so it's something like this. You cannot drag and drop anything to any application, right? For example, let's say I open Secura. I'll open the Cura and I'll show you how I'll drop something. Mhm. Previously, we can drag and drop any application. So what you have to do is you have to just drag it. Mm, Give me a sec, guys. Okay. Now, previously, you can drag and drop a file from any application through the icon, right? Like over here, you can drag and drop, but now it's not working, right? This is one of the downsides we are working with. You can you cannot drag and drop any item. You have to go and press Alt Shift and go to the relevant application and drag and drop over here, right? So these are some of the downsides, and there are a little bit more technical downsides as well. Still working on those things. Okay. Any other question before we end the session today? I think I have covered most of the things. So if you have any other questions. Shortcut list, there are several shortcut lists. What I'll do is I'll send the list, and what you can do is guys, from the Microsoft Club, just share on the comment. I will share it tomorrow, a document. I'll upload it to OneDrive and send it to you. So everyone who participated today, just visit them after 5 p.m. tomorrow, and you will see the link, and I will share that with you, so you can have the shortcut links of Windows 11. I think most of the links are Windows 10 shortcuts are still working, so there are no new other things available right now. But I will see what I can work with, and there are some few things, interesting things available in Windows 11. I will share that, so it will be easy for you to work with. Any other questions? Okay, I think is there any message from the admin team before we end the session?
Yeah, I think it's no questions, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sanura, the thing is, right, there are some technical features. So for developers and everything,
yeah,
so what I'll do is I can get some developers as well, developers opinion as well. So we can, let's say next month, second week or third week, we will have an session. So we will be happy to work with Microsoft Team integration with Windows 11, as well as development side of view of Windows 11. So I think
sorry.
most of that means developers side of view of Windows 11. That
Yeah.
means what is good for developers, and
Mm-hmm.
other things, like not only
Yeah,
developers. That means who are working properly with
yeah,
other softwares and everything. What are the complications we are facing, and what are the new features that is available that is good
yeah,
for us. So I'll talk
sure.
with some other developers as well, so we can get
Mhm.
someone over here
Yeah,
and
sure,
get more info on that.
sure. We will have session most probably next month,
Okay.
second or third week. Sure.
Yeah, it's I think programming with Nisal. Yeah, it's okay to join with Windows inside the program, but be careful. Don't use it on your working PC. If you have a sound, that means a side PC, please install on that, because there are some buggy features available. So if you are working with that and getting some information on those things, so it will be hard to work with, right? So the insider program are like the beta version of Windows, so there are some issues and working on stuff like that. So have it on your secondary device, don't install on your primary device. So it's good for you. You can help the as a Windows insider program with Microsoft. You can join them as well, and you can see what are the features available and what are the features coming through. And you can also, if you have some insight to show with them, you can share with them as well. Any other questions? Okay, guys. So if there's any question, Microsoft Club team, so you can comment on below of this video. So this video will be available after this session on YouTube as well as on Facebook. I guess they will be sharing the link from YouTube as well. So if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer. Please just type on the comments. I'll be watching those things for the next week. So if you have any questions, you can contact me. I'll share my email address. So you can contact me through that as well. So let me see. Yeah, give me a moment. I'll share a screen. Mm, okay. Yeah, I'll share the window right now. Yeah. So this is my contact details. So I have my own YouTube channel called Malik Tech Guide, and my email address is this. So if you guys have any questions regarding the sessions we did today, so please don't worry. Just contact me at any time. These contacts are available. Okay. I think you can end the session, Sandra.
So thank you very much, sir, for that really informative and interesting speech. I found out that there are many things that I didn't know, and there were a lot of useful tips that I can use. And I have specially mentioned the Snap Groups feature because that made my life more than 100 times more convenient when typing stuff. And so I would like to thank you again, sir, for sharing your valuable knowledge with us. And guys, it looks like we have reached the end of our session today. So I would appreciate it a lot if you guys can subscribe. If you guys would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And I would like to thank our audience for participating and being very active and asking a lot of questions. Hope that you all found many useful tips and tricks that you can use in your day to day life. So, thank you guys for participating and thank you once again, sir. And that's it for tonight, guys. Goodbye and good night.